Shalom from Jerusalem. We're introducing a very special guest, Hanah Severi from Trento in Italy, who's arrived in Israel very recently. Hanah, how long have you been here in Israel?
Almost a month.
Almost a month. It's
Yes.
not such a long time. And is this your very first visit to Israel?
It's the first time, yes.
Wow. So we met you at the synagogue, at the shul,
Yes.
and you told us your fascinating story. So I'm sure our viewers out there would be extremely interested to find out, first of all, what made you want to come to Israel?
I wanted to come to Israel because since a year I decided to convert to Judaism, and so I thought that I really had to come, and I wanted to come. At first I just wanted to come here for traveling and go converting in Berlin, but then I arrived here and I just thought that I wanted to stay here to convert because it's the best place to do that, and I can feel all the energy about Jerusalem and everything. It's wonderful, so I just came here to stay.
Can I ask your expectations of Israel, what you had seen maybe in the media or what you had been brought up, and the reality being here, how does it compare?
Maybe I had the idea, seen from the outside, that Israel wasn't such a safe place to live. But when I arrived, I felt really protected. Like the first time that I went to the airplane, like they interviewed me for like an hour to see who I was and everything, and I felt that they really check who is coming into Israel. And also when I walk around and I see all like the soldier that protect us and everything, I feel very protected. I know that there are some parts of Israel that it's better not to go because it's actually a little bit more dangerous, but when I walk around Jerusalem I feel very safe, and I didn't thought that would be like this.
And the people and the country itself, how does it, your expectations of Israel and the reality?
When I met the first time Jewish people, I was really I don't know if I can say like stupefied, because maybe the idea that you have of Jewish people from the outside is that they are close and everything, but when I just like meet people, when the first time to the synagogue when I was still in Italy, and then when I went here at the synagogue and in every place, everybody is so friendly with me, and everybody wants to host you in the house. It's not so common like in every kind of culture, even the Italian culture, that we are very open. It's not so common that you invite a complete stranger for have a meal with you, and I feel really that people are open with me and really friendly and want to help. Like I walk around the street and maybe I tell a little bit that I'm here to convert, and everybody wants to help me, and it's wonderful, yeah. But this thing I already know, because also when I attended the synagogue in Italy, I felt the same. I felt very welcome, and I think it's something. It's a common trait of the Jewish people to be so friendly and so lovely with each other. And
Do you feel it's like a family? You feel you're all part of a family?
yes, I feel like a part of a family. I think that it really was maybe the feeling that made me want to convert, because I felt like at home. I remember that when I like really decided was the last Yom Kippur. I already have studied for since some months Judaism, and I was there at the synagogue of Merano, and I really felt that it was just like a returning home, like that I just returned because I felt not something new new, but something old that I was returning to, and that's the thing that made me want to convert.
And wow, that's incredible. It really is. It's very
Yeah.
special to hear that. So Anna, can I just ask you come from a place called Trento?
Yeah.
Trento.
Yeah.
Is there any Jewish community there? Is there any Jewish history? I know there was once maybe a blood libel in Trento.
Yes, unfortunately, some century ago, there was a big pogrom. It's called like this because a little child that it's called Simonino was killed, and the church blamed the Jewish community to this murder, and of course it wasn't true. It was just because they want to take the money from the community, and maybe the community was growing a little bit too much power, and so the church felt threatened by them, and so they killed all the community, and for a lot of centuries, Jews can't even stop in Trento. Not even leave, but also during the travel they couldn't even stop because it was decided that by the Jewish community that they couldn't go anymore.
They put a self-ban.
Yes. And
is it still ineffective today?
No. It's like I think that now Jews can actually live in Trento, and I know about one family that lives there, a religious family, but really the community never grew up again after that. And but after, like, if I see that by my point of view, since I was a child and also a teenager and everything, I just want to go out, go away from Trento, because I didn't felt like that place like my home. And seeing by this perspective, like seeing that from where I'm now, it's maybe because in that town I couldn't find Judaism, and so I had to go away to find Judaism somewhere else, and so now I'm in Israel, and it's the right place.
Wow, and can I ask, how old were you when you decided that Christianity wasn't for you, and what made you decide to actually leave Christianity?
I was only 12 or 13. I just when you are a child, you want, like, you believe what your parents believe, and when you are a pre-adolescent and adolescent, you start to grow in your own individuality, and so I start questioning about Jesus, about God, and about this kind of stuff, and I didn't receive the right answer. I'm sure that if I had the same question, and if I did the same question to a rabbi, he would answer me in a good way. But when I asked this kind of question to my priest, he couldn't answer me in a good way. He just told me that I had to have faith. But if your problem is that you're feeling that it's the faith, your faith is a little bit low in that moment, like the good answer is not to have more faith, is to have answers about your question, but I couldn't receive. And so I stopped believing. I stopped believing in Jesus, and I stopped believing in the God that they told me that I should believe. But after years, when I met Judaism, I really that was a wonderful feeling. I felt that all these years I always believed in God, but it's not the God that they told me to believe, but it's the God of the Jews.
And what was your first encounter with Jews or with Judaism?
Was a little bit more than a year ago. Like, I was always interested in Jewish culture, but was so distant from me, and I didn't know any Jewish person, and
You hadn't met any Jews in Trento? Or?
No, never, because in my town there wasn't a Jew,
And there's
Jew family.
no old synagogues or any relics of any Jewish history
I think
there?
that there was a synagogue, but some years ago, and now it's closed because there is no community there. And so I never had the occasion to meet with this religion. And after like a little bit more than a year ago, I went to Berlin to travel, and I went to the Jewish Museum. That it's wonderful. I liked it very much, and I stayed there like more than 3 hours to visit and everything. And I was so interested in like the Jewish culture and all about that. So after that, I contacted the synagogue that was near to my house. Is like 100 kilometers from Trento, and I went.
In which city?
Merano. Merano is near Bolzano, in north of Italy. It's one of there aren't so many Ashkenazi synagogue in Italy, but it's one of the Ashkenazi synagogue. And I went there like to an open door appointment, and I could speak with them, and I could ask about the religion, and also how is it if I want to convert and everything. I understood that it's not so easy, but it's possible, and so that's all. From then I started going there, attend the synagogue, and then I spent some months.
And they were very welcoming. I mean, they accepted you very nicely.
Yes.
But they never pushed you to convert, because that's not part of Judaism.
No, nobody ever pushed me, but they listening to me. Maybe nobody even pushed me away, like not to do that. But at the same time, was like, are you sure that you want to convert? Because it's difficult and.
Well, be part of such. You know, if you look at our history and you look at, it's been a difficult history, and people say that we're the chosen people, but they joke, why choose somebody else? You know, we've had it so hard. You know, God, why didn't you choose someone else? But Anna, let me ask, how did your parents react to you, first of all, leaving Christianity and you finding Judaism? How's their reaction been?
So I have really to say Baruch Hashem for my parents, because they are the nicest people and the most tolerant people and everything. And like when I left the church, I think they suffered. And I suffered too, because losing the religion is it's not easy and not nice for everyone. But then when I told them that I wanted to convert to Judaism, they were happy, especially my father. He told me, I want you to have a religion, and to have a religion that you feel your own. And I don't care what religion is, but it's always a good thing if you can believe in something, have a religion. And he told me that in Judaism there are a lot of rules, but rules are good for me, so it's good.
And how did your friends, your friends and your close relatives, your cousins, how did they react as well?
There are part of my family that I still have to talk about this.
It's difficult.
Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult, because like if you have to tell to an Italian grandmother that you can't eat prosciutto, like ham, anymore, it's very difficult. But I will talk with my family, and with my friends it's easier, but it's not always so easy, because when I started to practice in Judaism, I couldn't go to eat pizza anymore when I was in Italy with them, or if there was a party on Friday evening, I couldn't go and everything. So people don't understand why I want to have the but of so many rules, but but everybody was really accepting me. I never discussed so much, and I also asked when I was in Italy and I did Shabbat and everything. I'm a nurse, so I work on shift, and I have to work also during the night of the Friday night, and also on Saturday I have to work. So I asked my boss to not work in that day, but if there was a situation where I had to work during the Shabbat, I asked my colleagues if somebody could help me, and everybody was very helpful, and they tried to not make me work on that day, and so I felt very accepted, even if there are some limitations, and you can be in every situation with the other people, especially not Jews, if they are not Jews. I felt very accepted. I didn't have problem since now.
So, and the questions that you've asked, because Judaism actually, if you look at the Talmud, it's all questioning.
Yes.
The whole Talmud is arguing. They say with Jews, if you find two Jews, there'll be three different opinions. The jokes that somebody was on an island and he was alone on the island, and when they came to rescue him, he had built two synagogues, and they said, "Why did you build two synagogues?" So he said, "Well, that's the one that I don't go to." But they've got different opinions and they've got different views, and they're always questioning, and it's very healthy to question.
Yes.
The questions that you've asked the rabbis, have they given you good answers, or has it encouraged you to question more?
Yeah, the doing question is always good, and I'm a person like I think that I have a very Jewish soul, because I love questioning and love the discussion and to talk about these kind of things. Yes, definitely. Like just starting to attending class now, I received 1,000 more answers to my question than I received in 12 year of church. Like it's a beautiful religion where you can ask and you can doubt, and even if you have doubts, you don't lose the religion, because Judaism is something that you will never lose, and it's something that I want to have also for that reason, because even if I know that in some part of my life I can have questioning, I can have doubts, I will always be a Jew, and it's wonderful. Yeah.
So, and I just want to mention something actually which is quite unique about Judaism. It's the one religion that believes that everybody, irrespective of one's religion, race, culture, creed, has a place to God. And we all believe that all righteous people or good people have a place in Olam Haba, in the next world. But God listens to everybody. It's not you don't have to be Jewish just for God to listen to you. He listens to all people. And I think this distinguishes Judaism from all other religions, where other religions, only if you believe in that religion do you have a place to God. So, please God, it's our hope and our prayer and our blessing that you should have all of Hashem's good blessings, and that your conversion should go ahead smoothly, and that you'll be part of Am Yisrael, and you'll please God get married and build a Beit Ne'eman B'Yisrael, and that you will just grow, and you'll develop even a closer connection, a kesher with the Torah and with the land of Israel. And it's just so beautiful to see somebody who has such a love for Judaism and for the land of Israel. It's really quite remarkable, and I think when we first saw you in the synagogue, and I think everybody who sees you, we are so bowled over. We cannot believe that you want to join. If you just open any newspaper in any country, you'll think, why would somebody want to join the Jewish people? What we go through and the negativity, and here you've brought so much positivity, and it's really, really. It's a wonderful thing to see, and we are so in awe, really. It's remarkable what you're doing, and you should just have all of Hashem's blessings, really, and we just hope that it goes smoothly, and that you develop very close friendships, which I'm sure you will, with other Israelis, with other Jews, and with the Jewish people, and that you just grow in yourself and in your religion, in your life.
Yeah. Bezrat Hashem will happen, and yeah, thank you for everything you said. It's very nice.
Thank you.